I've completely checked out. I don't understand why we'll have to work through the Christmas weekend.
Stop complaining. At least we got the week between Christmas and the New Year's off.
Yeah, but the other departments got 2 weeks for the holidays. They've already been gone for 3 days.
That's true, but we have this code we need to deploy by New Year's Eve, so we have to work and sit on. We have to sit and work on it.
Yeah, let's just get this done.
Okay. Oh,
What happened?
I found a bug.
Oh, is it big? You've got to be kidding me. We're about to get off for the holidays.
So what do we do?
We don't say anything.
How did you come to that conclusion?
The organization has a firm utility policy in which we are supposed to do what is best for all of the organization stakeholders. I am an organization stakeholder, and it's not best for me to come on a Christmas day. It's also not best for the organization because they'll have to pay us overtime. We can just say we didn't find any bug and deploy it. Then as soon as we get back from holiday, we start working on the patch.
I suppose you're right. But aren't the organization customers stakeholder as well? From utility standpoint, wouldn't it be best for them to receive a working software from our company? What about the stakeholders? The bug could be bad publicity and lower our prices, stock prices.
I guess when you look at it that way, well, what about the organization's claim and its strategic objectives that it will respect the rights of the employees?
What about it?
It's our right to have our time off, so we should be able to go home regardless of the bug.
But that's why we get overtime, right? Besides, you have ignored the rights of the customers again. And what about the organization? They pay us. It is their right to expect quality work from us. I think you are looking at this the wrong way. If we ignore and the management finds out that we knew it prior to the deployment, we could be in lot of trouble.
But don't you think that's fair? All the other departments got the time off, but because we're writing the code, we stay in the offices longer. Then we find a bug, and the other department get to stay home, but we have to stay to fix the bug before deployment.
At first glance, it doesn't seem fair. But honestly, they worked very hard on their work. Some people got their work done on time, but they just had their work due earlier in the schedule. Some people got their work done early, we were just later in the schedule.
The company shouldn't have planned this so poorly. They have a responsibility towards us as their employees. Shouldn't they have realized that we shouldn't be expected to work over the Christmas holiday?
Yes, but they also realize that they have responsibility towards their stakeholders.
I guess. I still think all of my points are valid though.
Well, of course. That's why this is such a big dilemma. From a utility standpoint, the organization needs to do what is best. But for whom? From the person's perspective, the organization needs to respect the rights of its stakeholders. But the stakeholders' rights are conflicting. From the justice standpoint, the organization needs to do what everyone thinks is best, fair. But not everyone agrees on fairness. And from caring standpoint, the organization has a responsibility towards its stakeholders. But these responsibilities are conflicting too. It seems to me that ethics lies in the eyes of the beholder.
So you tell me what we should do.
Does our organization have code of ethics?
No.
Well, that's just bad corporate governance. If they did, this would be easier. So we'll just have to trust our best decision.
So we don't say anything?
No, that's your best judgment. Based on your perspective of the situation, it is a wrong judgment. But others' perspective might be different. And we certainly don't want negative effect on the company. That's it. We'll apply the newspaper rule.
What is the newspaper rule?
The newspaper rule is when you make an ethical decision based on whether you would want your decision displayed as the headliner on a newspaper.
Does anyone read the newspaper anymore?
That's beside the point. The fact of the matter is that if the bug were detected, or even worse, a security threat was exploited because of the bugs, the headlines would say all negative things about our company. Our stock prices would plummet, and then if there was an investigation...
So what? We just promised each other not to tell the management that we knew about it.
I'm not getting into prisoner's dilemma with you. What I am saying is that if it got out that we were responsible, we could get fired.
Okay, true. But what if the bug never gets detected? The organization deployed its software on time. That's one of the goals of the industry. That would be good news headline.
I think the news paper rule apply only to bad news.
We are just going around in circles. We need to make a decision. I want to go home as soon as the clock strikes 5. Look, based on the ethics seminar we took, unethical behavior is one that doesn't obey to generally acknowledged social norms. I think in this industry, it is a norm to get the software out as soon as possible and then give out patches later.
That's a fallacy, and you know it. Programming isn't about getting it done, it's about getting it done right. Look at Bethesda. They take years to write one video game so that it is as perfect as they can make it.
But I just don't think that's the norm. So you think we should tell the management about the bug?
I don't know what to do. You have made perfectly valid points, but I think there is another side to this as well. We really need to think this through before we make a decision.
So what do you suggest?
I have no idea. This is why we had that seminar on ethics. The company really needs to think about creating the code of ethics so that they can take the burden of decision off of the employees. It would be better for everyone. But since they don't, we need to do what's best.
I think I suppose so.